Felix Koslowski is de 39-jarige bondscoach van de Nederlandse volleybaldames. De vers aangestelde Duitser heeft de opdracht om het Nederlands damesteam naar de Olympische Spelen van Parijs 2024 te leiden. Felix moet voor elkaar zien te krijgen wat voor Tokio 2020 niet lukte. Nederland bij de beste 12 van de wereldranglijst krijgen of kwalificeren via het Olympisch kwalificatietoernooi. Met een vernieuwd team is hij sinds een aantal weken aan deze uitdaging gestart. Oude bekenden als Sloetjes en Cruijff zijn helemaal gestopt. En recent maakten Belien, Groothuis en Buijs ook bekend deze zomer niet uit te gaan komen voor Nederland. Op de dag voordat het team naar de TeamNL vertrekt, kijken wij mee bij de laatste training in Nederland. Hier op het Olympisch trainingscentrum Papendal in Arnhem. En ga ik in gesprek met Felix om achter zijn visie en coachingstijl te komen. Ik ben benieuwd of hij de oude speelsters die gestopt zijn heeft opgebeld en heeft kunnen overtuigen om weer terug te komen. Hoe hij de komende tijd aan gaat vliegen en hoe hij de Duitse met de Nederlandse volleybalcultuur vergelijkt. Goedendag Felix.
Goedendag.
Wie geht es dir?
Good.
For so far my German, how is your Dutch?
I wish it would be already better, to be honest, because my planning was like, okay, coming here and immediately starting also to study a lot. And my first 2 weeks that I spent here, I figured out that was basically impossible. So leaving my room in the morning at 7 and basically never returning to the room at before 11. So there's at the moment not that much space, but I mean, I can already catch up a lot of things when they are talking in training and when
because the languages are kind of similar.
When the girls are talking too, and sometimes I was asking them, you said it in German to me? I said, no, it was Dutch. Ah, okay. So it's quite similar to our language, and start to learn the basic words in the hall, like whistle and the basic words there.
Yeah.
And I think I will go to improve this summer.
How was your time in Holland so far?
Oh, very nice. To be honest, very nice. I mean, it's always hard to say for German, but there's a lot of things you guys do already way better than we do. And
like what? Can you name one or two things?
Yeah, I mean, it's already. I just passed the border with the car, and it's a big topic at the moment that we are talking about changing the way of how we want to produce energy, and we want to change to electronic cars. And then I see the gas stops here, and you have all these points to recharge the cars. And there's really things that it's like some small things, some big things. That looks really good, Also now I'm coming here to see everything with a different view, because just coming here like a tourist or coming here and you thinking about to work with this national team and with this culture, and you're of course much more open, much more carefully trying to understand things. And then coming here to Papendal, it's just a great place, having all the things on one place. And like I said already, I think the last 2 weeks, I never eat that healthy in my life so far. So I think
because here at Papendal, it's the Olympic Training Center, and there's a good restaurant.
Yes.
All the food, all the healthy food, and all the good food. It's actually tasteful too. Is at your disposition.
And it's going to be very easy to get it.
Yeah.
So usually at home you have really to prepare for it, and here you just get it. And I was like, okay, let's try to eat really healthy at this point. And I think my body have to adjust a little bit to this way of living. No, it's good. The training hall is good.
And how would you compare the German and the Dutch volleyball culture?
I think it's not that far away. I can see really a lot of similarities, like the spirit of the girls, it's really good. Everybody is really, high educated, discipline of the group. The spirit is amazing, what I see so far. I must say, my feeling at the moment is that the federation, the volleyball, is a little bit more modern, and they have
than the German federation.
Yeah, they have like, for me, they have like bigger visions,
Okay.
like hosting. Last year they hosted the World Championship. That was an incredible event. I had the luck to visit 2 games here in Arnhem, and also, when I talk to them now, they are thinking about to host VNL stages and bringing this big tournament.
Also with the men this year, they have one round of VNL in Rotterdam.
They're doing with the men's in Rotterdam, and they was really trying to have also the women here. And I think this is really a good way to start. And last weekend, for example, we had this internal scrimmage in. Oh, now I really go to mistake.
Try it.
Doetinchem.
Doetinchem.
In Doetinchem, and it was just amazing because we played an internal game. Was like a very professional setup, like an official, high-level, friendly game, and I think more than 1,300 people
A lot of fans,
to attend to the game, and I was really impressed. And on the same moment, Germany were playing in Germany a game against Ukraine, and they just fit up like 300, 400 people in their hall, and that was just already a good example, that things are going in the right direction here, and I'm happy if I can help to push also to make even the national team volleyball, and then I think we have to think also about the league, making volleyball even bigger here.
And in that line, what is your vision for the national team on this road to Paris 2024, the Olympic Games? That's the main goal on short term.
Yeah.
How do you see that road to Paris?
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, I come in here and everything is new. We set up a new game, new style of game. We are trying to play faster, to play more modern, and immediately we are trying to include a lot of girls, even from under 21. And we arranged like 2 groups now, orange and blue, and both groups are full of 16, 17. Our orange group at the moment, 20 girls, and just trying to get back some of the older players. This is first a good challenge at the moment.
Okay, and so older players. So because Sloetjes was our best player ever, she has maybe stopped a long while ago. But more recently, Groothuis, Robin de Cruijff, Yvonne Bailey, and Anne Buijs, captain of course. Yeah. Did you already call them? Do you want to come back?
Yes, of course.
What did they say?
Of course, I talked to everybody. So, and I mean, for each one, it's a different situation, to be honest. Yvonne is going to stop volleyball. Yeah. I had a long talk with her when we played versus Candici, and Robin I talked, of course, in Conegliano, but of course she has at the moment the focus on her professional league career, and I think also it's something like we have to understand and to respect also. There's like just a short moment in their career where they can also earn some money with their job, with their playing volleyball, and I think also the right that they should do that. And with Marit, I think we are still in a good conversation, let's say like that, and let's see maybe in the future.
So there might be a chance that she will come back.
I hope, because she's an incredible good volleyball player, but she's an even bigger personality, and I think she can have still a big influence and can share a lot of experience and can set up the culture also from internal into the group. And let's see. She needs a break now. She has some private reasons also to do that things, and but I'm not giving up on her. Let's say like this. I'm not giving up on her.
So that's the first phase where you have to do it without those players who said they will take a break or they will stop. How are you going to make sure that the young talented players are going to adapt quickly to the level that is required this summer?
Yeah, I mean, we are trying. First, every time, if these kind of moments are going to happen in national teams, and I had these situations also in Germany, it gives also like big opportunity to new people to get out of the shadow and to show up. And I can see also in them now, they see really a big motivation. So that's the first thing what is very important. And we have young girls. That can, I think, arrive really on a good level. Of course, they have a lack of experience, but there's always a point where they have to start, and there has to be a point where someone give them some trust, some confidence to get in the court and to get on this international level. And at the moment we are trying to prepare them, of course, in the training with the speed, with the intensity of the game, and trying to explain them also what's coming up to them when we're going to now to VNL. What is the level that is asked for playing there, and of course, we still have players, and this I really appreciate also, like Laura, that they can give their experience to them, and also showing them up what is needed to be there. Not even just by.
Is she leading the group?
Yeah, she's leading a lot. She's leading natural. It's not that she has to do something special, or she comes there and she has to put a mask on and then playing this leading role.
It's in her nature. It's in her behavior.
Her nature. Behavior is already a leading role into the team, and that makes my life at the moment way more easy. We had a talk last week, and I told her also, and it's something that really me and the staff, and I think also the girls, really appreciate. Yesterday evening after the under-21 training, when I was with them, I told them also, I asked them, so when you were in training, some of them was in training, so who was the one that in every moment were present, was pushing, keeping this intensity, and everybody of them were answering, it's Laura.
Is she the next captain?
I mean, she will join now the first VNL stage in Nagoya. She will be the captain for this stage. And then I think usually in the VNL I'm going week by week also to change the captain to see a little bit who is going to do this job in which way. But of course, she's one of the possible captains for the national team.
Because what is the requirement you're looking for in a player to be that captain? Is that natural behavior to lead and to show the right example?
Exactly. We had yesterday a talk. She was asking me what I expect from a captain. And I said, just your native behavior.
Just be you.
Yeah, just be you. Just come in the hall, be you, be a good example, be a good role model for them, and you are in the perfect way, and that's what it needed. It's nothing special. You don't have to start with individual talks with the players or stuff like that. You talk open to me. You don't have to have you have to have the confidence to talk straight with me on the same level, and that you are doing, and that is a big help for me.
And you have a short time now to prepare for the VNL, which is important also in the qualification of Paris. What is your focus in those weeks you have had now for the VNL? Do you have to choose focus points? Do you have to leave out focus points, which maybe later will come into the game?
Yeah.
How do you approach that?
Yeah, I mean, when you look on the start, it really looks like a big mountain that you have to climb on, because there's many things that we have to do and we have to create, and what's my idea, my style of playing. And at the moment we are trying to set up first, of course, the way as we want to be in the court. So we trying to keep the spirit that they already have and multiplicate it into the court, into a high intensity that we want to be in the court. The speed of the game, of course. Trying to explain them also how much important is to create atmosphere especially for block and defense, that can really create a good confidence for a group if you are good in that things. And that is at the moment actually where we are going to get the focus on. I mean, we work on the serve, we work on the block, we work on on all the things, on the passing, on everything, So, and I think also what I said to them is, of course, with this new qualification process that the world ranking gives a big opportunity to the teams, especially for the European teams, to be in the Olympics. Every game is going to be very important. Every game matters. That is always the story that we are going to tell. But on the same time, we have to understand that we have to get also a little bit free from that. If we just go to a VNL and we think about every game now, that can be the deciding game if we go to the Olympics or not. We will just stuck into this point, So we have to put our focus in improving our game, game by game. Learn. Also, we will face already in the first week like teams like Brazil, like China, even Dominican Republic in the women's side that for many years they play in the top 10 of the world. First game, of course, Germany, with also some experienced players there. And we have to understand always that we push them, but on the same time also we learn something from that team, how they do on that level. And that is what we are trying now to prepare them for going to in this VNL stage. We know that every game is going to matter. But on the same moment, we have to understand that
put too much focus on that, it can also be a burden.
We have to put the focus on our game to improve the game. That is the most important, to set up the culture, that everybody knows how we want to behave, in training, how we want to behave with each other. Very important for me is always that the staff is also a good role model for that. If they show how they behave with each other, how they are with each other, it's always going to reflect on the team, and the team see, okay, these guys are.
Staff is also a part of that team in that way.
Important, very important. And of course, my idea of creating a team is, to create a family atmosphere, and that's really what we are trying for. Be open, feel open to talk. This is the thing what we are trying to set up right now.
And you also mentioned the playing style. You were trying to integrate a more modern playing style. Last year in the VNL, there was a lot of criticism on the Dutch team playing high and hard and not modern in the way where other teams were playing fast and with a lot of combinations. Is that a switch we will see this summer?
Yeah, I mean, last year you have to always to see team by team, So maybe last year also the thing fits better to the group that they were working on at that moment. And at the moment, I think we have also a little bit different group than last year. So we got many young players. Also, to be honest, if we compare with other national teams, we are maybe at the moment not the tallest team in the world. So that we have to understand that we have to reorganize our game in a different way. And I mean, they're like the role model teams like Serbia with an opposite that is like Boskovic or Italy with Egonu, and
Yeah.
but it's like 2 teams in the world basically that have this kind of opposites.
So you say we're a little shorter, or we don't have that much length. And what is then the switch that you have
we
to
have
make?
to play faster.
Okay.
We have to play faster. We have to understand that we have
You
to.
cannot beat them on height, so you have to beat them on speed and on the sides.
We have
Technical.
to really to speed up the game. We have to understand that. If they're taller than us, we have to be better in the backcourt.
Yeah.
So we have to play better defense. So we have to be more precise again on the things. So having even that's also a big thing at the moment, to set up the mindset that every touch already when we start with pepper, when we do small things in training just to warm high ball set, whatever, that everybody really understand, okay, this can be maybe a deciding ball in the game where I have to make these high ball set in
Every
the perfect
touch is
spot.
important.
So, and that is going really important. If you get a culture in, a mindset in like that, you will see the quality of the game is going to raise a lot. We can kill high balls, but we need a perfect set. There's teams maybe in the world that doesn't need that 100% perfect set, and they can still kill a high ball. So, creating this idea. If we have not good situations, we have to understand there's moments where we are going to score, and there are moments where we are going to disturb the opponent and creating a situation where we want to have them. Maybe taking out the best attacker from them and to create a block and defense situation in the position where we want them. And then from this point, we restart our transition game again. So setting up the whole idea
requires a different mindset and also maybe more of a team, because what you say, we can score that high ball, but we need a really good or a perfect set.
Yeah.
We don't have a Egonu or a Boskovic where you can give him a ball on 1.5 meter out of the net and she will still kill it.
Yeah.
So we need that ball on the net or on the good spot.
Yeah.
And that requires a team effort of every contact being important.
A high intensity in the court. That was one of the first things we changed. We are always talking load positions in defense, load positions in block, and always trying to be one step in front of our opponent and not just following the game from the other side. So being more active into the game. And that's little things, we had starting positions in block where we were serving and people were walking on the net to find their starting position in block, or the defense were just up watching the server. And we were watching the ball comes from their back, not from your server. Your server will do your job, don't worry for that. So, it's small things, but it's normal, It's a new group, it's a young group, so it's a lot of things, a lot of small things that can give a big impact into our game, and it's already starting. If I think about 10 days ago and now, we set up already...
You already see a difference in that?
Yeah, I see. They really they enjoy. They like that we put the speed. We try to include more back row attacks, so more options. We talk about setter is on the back row. We always want to work with 4 attacker action. If the setter is front row, that was a big topic for yesterday. We have to understand that we have many good setters here at the moment. Basically for the VNL is planned, of course, more Brit, Sara, Laura. And all of them, they have incredibly good second ball, for example. So we have to understand, okay, at that moment...
That is also a threat and also an attacking opportunity.
Yeah, we have to have 5 attackers. Everybody, when the setters in front, is going to limitate, we have 1 attacker less. No, we have 1 attacker more at this moment. And that we have to understand that idea. But it requires, again, we need a perfect defense touch. We need a perfect free ball touch. We need really to work hard on passing to create this opportunity.
I have a lightning round with some more viewers' questions.
Okay.
Are you a better trainer or a better coach?
Let's say I think about coaching means more managing the group, and trainer. So I love to train, to teach, like a teacher, to explain to them. But I understand also as more you go on the higher level, you have to become also more and more the manager of the team, so the coach of the team.
What do you enjoy more?
I'm a trainer.
Okay.
I'm a trainer. I like to teach. That's my thing that really gives me a lot of joy. But I learned also to have a lot of joy in the other part, because I see also when I set up a group and I bring people together and put them in a zone where they feel comfort zone together. I can see also how they behave with each other, how familiar it is, and how good it feels for them, and then it feels also good for me.
And what are the important elements for a good practice as a trainer?
For a good practice, there's of course always different views of that things, but first, of course, it's a good preparation. So to set up a good preparation, especially right now, I'm basically coming to practice and having 16 plus players. So today we will be 19, 20 players in training. To run a good practice with good ball touches for everybody, I think we have to have a clear idea before.
Yeah, you have to have a plan, because if you just start like that, then
it doesn't work.
Chaos.
We have to put the topic before, what we want to work on, and then we have to create the training for that. Good communication with the staff, of course, because at this level, with these many players, we need really people around us that give us a big help, and I'm very lucky because I have a very, very good staff here, starting by the assistant coaches with Jill and Eric, physical trainer Ale, the physios Marta and Huub. They're doing an amazing job, and they have all their parts where they are responsible for.
Yeah, you also took a lot of staff members from your team in Schwerin, so your
physio,
the strength and the physio is from Schwerin. Does that also help? That the short line,
for sure.
Same plan.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the physical trainer, we worked together in my time in Germany, but it's like 10 years ago when he was working with me, and I knew him. He's a former volleyball player, so he knows perfectly how are the movements, and I know also he was working before in the Netherlands with Giovanni at that time, and the players really liked him, also the way of working, so we were really trying to get him back. So like I have one thing, I have to care less. Because I know I can trust him, I'm not going to see every weight session. Sometimes we are doing also ball practice parallel. And he's coming also for practice and watching what I'm teaching them, telling them to them. And we want to raise the speed of attack.
So you can be on the same line.
So he watch me, he watch what I'm teaching them, and then he's trying to create exercises in the weight training.
Translate that to the weight room.
For special positions, for liberos, for setters, for outsides, opposites, middles, whatever. Physio, of course, was an important thing. She came with me from Schwerin. Together with Huub, I think we have now a perfect combination. We have Huub with an incredible experience that he brings into the group, and with Marta, with a little younger girl, a woman, not girl, a woman, that brings a lot of new technologies inside and stuff like that. And the mix of them, I think, makes the thing really, really spicy. Spicy. Jill, Jill basically, I know from many years in Germany before. When he started to be assistant coach, he was our second assistant coach on the national team, and I was starting to teach to him everything. So we know from long time, and that makes the thing for me also easy to start here, because I feel like familiar with these people. Then of course we have Karel as a team manager. He's doing an amazing job. I really like that Mathieu, our woman that organizes everything from Nivobo, from Nivobo side. She's here with us every day, so we can see, and it makes the communication way more easy. And also she's way more part in the team, as I was used to that situation in Germany, and that makes many things way more easy. That's really good to hear. Yeah.
And at this level, at the highest level, with the national team, but also with your club team, you maybe practice 20 to 25 hours a week. How do you, in your practices, keep the players motivated and maybe avoid that they feel, we have to go to practice again, we have to go to work, but that they're excited every day and motivated?
I mean, we talk always that we want to create an environment of joy. So joy means, of course, there are parts of having sometimes fun, can be like a warm-up games. For example, I said to them, I like warm-up games as long as everybody is pushing and everybody really takes the competition. As long as we do that, I'm really a big fan of it. If we don't do it anymore, we are going to stop with it. So they take it really carefully, and they are really liking to push, and we are trying to create every day like new games, new exercises, and I think then it's very important that they feel that they are growing in training, that they are learning something in training, and they come out of the training and they say like, it's not losing of time. It's good time for me to be here, to train, to work on my skills, and then finding the way to still having a big group and watching everybody individual and trying to improve his individual player skills. And that is, I think, a very important thing. We're trying to run a high intensity, so with a lot of touches, and then that is my idea of giving training. I'm always trying to bring a lot of energy into the training.
From yourself, to try and transfer it
trying to be close to them in the court, and so they always feel me, the staff around, that everybody's there to help them, to push them, to help them in the good spirit they have already, to multiplicate that with them.
Okay, and if we look at the Dutch and the German league, we have a different system. So in Holland we play everybody against everybody, and then the top 6 they play another playoff round, everybody against everybody, and then the top 2 play a championship round.
Yeah.
In Germany that's different because you play with more finals. What's the system in Germany?
At the moment, this season was the system that we just play like home and away game, so 2 rounds of the regular season, and then we just went to like a standard playoff system, quarterfinals, top 8, quarterfinals, semifinals.
That's just knockout, so
and
quarterfinals
finals,
1 till 8, and then
quarterfinals best of 3, semifinals best of 3, and then final best of 5. But the German league is going to change next year, the Women's League. So the next season will be a different system. The reason at the moment is very simple. We had also a little dropout of some teams because the league set up a really high standard of teams that has to fulfill, and you could see that some teams
financial standards.
Yeah, financial standards. They have to make a setup for the court, and they have to fulfill permanent positions like CEOs, managers, coaches, staff.
And there are some teams that can't fulfill that,
exactly.
And then they drop out.
Exactly, they drop out, but they are working hard on it because also we had a problem that in the last years there were no second league team that wanted to come up in the first league because the standard was too high, and
so it's just the first league is just getting smaller and smaller.
Exactly, and so at the moment, I mean, for the next season we found a solution for that situation, that we will be, I think, 9 teams at the moment. So we will do something little similar to the Netherlands. We do like a normal round, home and away. After that we put a small round between, with top 5, 6, top 5 I think, top 6, playing again one more time against each other, and then playing again a regular playoff with quarterfinal, semi-final and final. But for the future the plan is, and that's why we are like a North second league and the South second league, and they include a league between. So they call it like Pro League. So there's the best teams from North League, the best teams from the South League. They're put into a league with I think 8 or 10 teams. And these teams, if they are going to qualify for first league, they are obligated to come up also. So, and their league thinks also maybe next year they bring up maybe even 3-4 teams to the first league. Then still maybe some of them have still not the level, but at least you have also a group of teams.
Elevate the level of the first.
They can compete with each other, and it's not just one team or 2 teams. Maybe they're going to lose every game. And I mean, you know, the budgets at the moment of a mid-class volleyball team, I would say, is around 1 million. The top teams, they're going between 2.5, 3 million. So I think a good second league team at the moment has 100,000. 150, so the gap is incredible. And then I understand also if you go to your main sponsors and say, okay, we're going up for the first league now, we need the double, the triple of the money to compete, maybe to win 2 matches. It's very difficult to explain, you know. So, and we understand we have to find a solution to make these gaps smaller. And the league is trying to include another league. They also took all the good teams from the first league and make them understanding that also we have to give an investment to that. So we trying to give also financial support to the other teams to make the league bigger and also more present all over Germany.
What should be the most important motivation for a player to play for the national team?
I mean, you can play with the flag on your chest.
Is it pride?
Yeah, that is. I mean, there is being there. I think if you experience one time, standing there, listening the national anthem and making yourself understanding, is not that you are playing for you or for this team. You are representing your country. I mean, I got, you know, really. Even if I was on the weekend and I was listening the Dutch national anthem, I was really feeling that,
you just feel it
and
there
I really felt also for some of these young girls that did for the first time. Maybe they hear for the first time maybe this national anthem
stand
and
there singing. Yeah. I can feel the
really.
chickenpox too.
And I think that is something that you is very difficult to describe, you know.
And do you have any advice for players who want to reach the national team, who want to get there?
Yeah, I mean, there's one thing that you have in your hand. That is really trying to go every day, stand up every day and put your maximum effort inside, you know. And of course there are always like good days and bad days, and that's okay, we have them also, you know, everybody have them. But never losing, you know, this goal to get there, you know. For example, I give an example. So when I was young, I was just dreaming to be a first league player, to go to the Olympics, to play for the national team. And in one moment I figure out indoor will be very complicated. because I was with the youth juniors, but these guys were always like 20 centimeters taller than me.
Okay.
And the other, they were on the same height than me, they were jumping 20 centimeters higher than me. So in one moment it was very hard for me to realize, but I realized, no,
you're not going to make it.
I'm not going to make it. Then beach volleyball came up at that moment, and I was actually in the age of Euro Spring, for example, that won the Olympics 2012. So then I started to understand, okay, you are good in all the things of volleyball, you understand the game basically. So beach volleyball, maybe you can find it better. And then I went there and was basically working good also, but then I feel in the moment, okay, you will not reach on the Olympics also there. So I have to find a different way.
Then you made the switch to trainer coach?
And then I made the switch to trainer coach. And I never thought that it could go so far as it goes right now. But I was just consistently trying, this door closed. Okay, I go through the other. Let's try there. And then I go there, I go there, I go there. But I was never stopping to go and to push, and that was the point.
Just have to be at the Olympics, doesn't matter in which role.
Yeah. Even if I go as a physiotherapist, I was thinking like, okay, if I can make it there, I'm trying to make a education as a physiotherapist, and then I can maybe find the way over there. So also I can say at this moment I was never caring about money or stuff like this. It was never a goal to earn money with that or something. I just wanted to be there, And when I started in Schwerin, for example, my first 2-3 years as assistant coaches, that was not professional like now.
You started as an assistant
in Schwerin, for the first league team, And at this moment, they had not assistant coaches, not like paid or something. So I was basically going in the gym in the morning from 7 to 8, let's say like that, and always in the evening I went from 8 to midnight to a shopping center and just were cleaning, building up things, just to earn a little bit money. I could stay with my mom. I was happy for that. I didn't have to pay rent or anything, and just was trying to be
You put in the hustle.
Exactly. And then after 3-4 years, when they came first time, okay, now we can give you a little contract with a little money. For me was only, okay, I don't have to go anymore for the shopping center, so I can use the time between 8 and midnight to study things about volleyball, to prepare games, to find new ways for preparing the games and stuff like that. That was the only thinking, not that I have money now or I get money with that. So, and I think this is always what I'm trying to teach us to the coaches. When I got young people in now that I want to become coach, I said like, okay, I think if you show the effort and if you really push and if you're not going to stop because one door is going to close and you are trying to find your way, I think you will reach a goal. Maybe you're not going to be a national team coach. But maybe not even a first league coach, but I can tell you will reach on a level where you will be happy with what you are going to do.
Amazing. I really hope that this mindset of you as our head coach of the Dutch national team will take us to Paris, and that you can be there, and that also, of course, the Dutch national team can be there. It was a pleasure talking to you, Felix. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. For sure, we will try with our heart and what we had in our body to get there somehow. Doesn't matter how.
Good luck.
Thank you.